All right, guys, thanks for coming out today. I'm filling in for Aviv Friedman. He's on a plane somewhere. He's supposed to be here by now, but okay, he's not here. He'll be here next week. So today I'll be giving the class. And I watch a lot of kids' tournaments. Like, I go to all the beginner kids' tournaments. And there's one mate that wins like every game. And that's Scholar's Mate. Has anyone heard of Scholar's Mate? So let's put it on the board so we can all see. All right, so most of you probably play E4, because that's what kids play. And then every kid plays this move. So this is all of your guys' games every time. But now, most people think you should play a good move, like develop a piece and attack a pawn. But what do they know? They don't watch a lot of kids' tournaments where Scholar Mate wins every game. So sometimes you can start with the bishop or with the queen. So notice here, the queen is attacking a pawn. All right? So, it's attacking two pawns. So, all right. So here we go. So we're attacking a pawn. So most people like to develop pieces, and they defend. All right. And then we attack f7 again. If I was cool enough, I'd make it a color. All right. So we put our bishop here. So now we have two pieces on f7. So the big mistake I see at all the tournaments is people play here, attacking the queen, right? And then they get checkmated. So this is Scholar's Mate. And when you go to any kids tournament, one kid will Scholar Mate 4 people in a row, and then he'll be on board 1, and then he'll get Scholar's Mated. And it's like, you know Scholar's Mate, you just did it to every kid you played, and then somehow you got Scholar's Mated. So we don't want to just know how to Scholar's Mate. We better know how to not get Scholar's Mated. So, all right, we'll see. This is the advanced class, so we'll see. All right, so these moves were all fine. Defend a pawn. All right, so now we need to suggest a better move than queen f6. Who knows how to not get Scholar's Mated? Yeah?
You could play queen to e7.
Queen to e7. A fine move. That protects the pawn. The only...
Queen pretty early, though.
Right, and the only downside really, it's probably playable, but this poor bishop said I kind of wanted to come out here a little bit,
But then
right?
when the queen gets taken, it can't.
Right, so okay, so that move is probably playable and fine. Most people choose a different move, and I know you know. What's the answer? All right, get some help.
Put a knight on e7.
Knight on e7, this one?
Yeah.
All right, very interesting. Now, most people think you should checkmate. And some people think you should checkmate this way.
Yeah, that works too.
So, all right. So that's not it. What should we do? What should we do? Yeah, you know. Right, which is G6. All right.
Oh, wait, and then...
Right, so this way we didn't get checkmated,
Yeah.
which is the first goal. All right, so now we're not done with our little tricks, all right? Queen f3. We got one more chance, right? So we got the same threat. So some people, I've seen this. I've seen it at least once. Go here. Hey, it's a good move. You're attacking a queen. You're attacking the c pawn. You're going to get a big fork. And then, then the game ends, and you're like, ah, all right. So black says, all right, I'm not going to make like random moves like you. I'm going to develop a piece and not get mated. How is it going to? Knight h6, right, which is okay. There's only one problem that might happen. White might go here, and you might eventually take your knight, and then you'll threaten checkmate again. But okay, perhaps you can get away with it. But most people like to put their knight on the most natural square possible, which is
Knight f6.
Knight f6, right? Fantastic. So black's doing great. He's developing his pieces. He's going to have a fine game. Now, if white's not careful, there's only one thing. If he just makes some random move. Black does have a good move here. He can develop a knight. And now, some people will play the worst move ever, as you'll see in our featured game, and then this will happen. So obviously, obviously the queen should just go back and protect c2. And this is a theme we're going to see. When the queen leaves over here on this diagonal early, that means she's leaving the c2 pawn, and the black queen will leave the c7 pawn unprotected. So we'll see this theme in some of the games today. So, because at the beginning of the game, that's her job, protect this pawn. All right. So, also, since this is the advanced class, let's see. We're going to see one game where white tries a little bit too hard to attack f7. All right? So we can try again. We can try again. Now, this is a game between my two favorite players, NN and NN. Does anyone know what NN means?
Not a player.
Right, no name. Right? So they're not good enough to have a name, probably because they played this bad move. And now it looks like I'm about to take the f7 pawn. So, you know, you might think, oh, you're in trouble, you better defend. But actually, black can calmly, as he did in the game, play knight d4. So what's going on? Can we take this pawn?
No, you take the queen.
You'll take the queen?
That'd be a check.
Ah, right, check. So the computer won't let me take the queen. I can't cheat. So black would calmly just move a king. What's the problem? And now does white have anywhere good to put this queen? Right. And if you go too far away, you know, again, your c-pawn. So you got to stay where you can protect your c-pawn, and then you're going to lose your bishop. So I suppose when this move was played, white must have seen that. He said, oh, I can't take on f7. All right. So instead, he said, all right, I got to move my queen. And I got to protect my c-pawn. So, all right, that move protects the c-pawn. And black, all right. So black got to get his pawn up to d5.
I want to take.
You want to take?
No, wait.
White wanted to take. All right, so in our game, NN took that guy. And black took. And takes. And now, most people are saying, why don't you just take this pawn? But again, black wanted to attack this square here. So what move do you think he played to attack c2? Yes, right there. What move? I want to attack c2 again. Do you know? F6? What square is this? F5. Right. All right, so now things are looking pretty good. We're going to take here. So white plays a very unfortunate move. And I'm showing you this game because there's a really cool tactic here, which was played. So when we played this move, we opened up a diagonal here. Is that enough? You know? What's the all-star move?
The black knight can take the c-pawn.
Black knight can take the c-pawn. Check. All right. And then queen takes. Whoops. All right. So that didn't happen. Instead, if we can lure this queen away, if we can distract her, maybe we can take this pawn. Who sees it? Yeah, do you see it?
You can move bishop, looks like b4.
Wow, very good tactic, right?
Yeah.
And now, the white player resigned. He realizes if we take this bishop, he says, all right, free bishop, pretty good. He loses c2, and it's a royal fork. That is, this knight is attacking a king, a queen, and a rook. Right? It doesn't get much better than a royal fork. So white saw that, and after this awesome move, white resigned. Okay. All right, so we realize now, in this position, after they block the mate, we shouldn't get too greedy. We can't attack it again, all right? Because then the knight comes in, and we remember the game. Okay. Now, sometimes you play people that don't get scholars mated. They see it, and they don't let you scholars mate them. And I recently played this against a 600 in one of our tournaments here. And I'm over 3 times higher rated than this guy. So I'm trying to play this, and like I want to win. So also a few more mistakes, like for some reason every tournament I see this as well, right? Which is a big mistake. And everyone sees why? Right, okay. Right, so check, and then for some reason people do this, and you take a rook, and then for some reason they go here and they say, oh, queen's trapped, and you say, thank you very much. Now, I've seen this position like 3-4 times in these tournaments, so you play this as white, you might pick up a lot of pieces really quick. Also, a lot of people play here, which is not as bad as it might seem, because black gets pieces out and he gets castled right away, and your queen's still in the center. But you're up a pawn, so the game sort of continues, and you play chess. All right. But I was playing a 600, and he decided to defend this in a creative way. All right. He went here, which is funny because I brought my queen out too early, and he said, "Oh, you're a lot higher rated. That must be a good idea. I'll bring my queen out too early." Right? So, all right, yeah, that's what he did. Now, what was this queen defending when she was back here? Do we all remember? C2? Right, yeah, everybody means C7, right? Okay, so I bring my knight out, and if I get another turn, I'll attack a queen, and I'll go here. All right. So, first, he attacks my queen. All right, so I don't have time for this because he'll take my queen. So I got to move, and there's a lot of squares I can move to. And we got the player walking in the door that knows where I should move my queen. Yeah? E2? Right, so this is one of the 2 good squares, and I could have gone there. The only reason I didn't is, I probably want my bishop out here. So actually, I went all the way back home. And it's funny, I brought my queen out on move 2, and now the question I'm saying to black is, why you got your queen out so early? Right? No wonder you're so low rated. You got your queen out there so early. Right? So, right, okay. So, and also, in a surprise twist, now black has a threat. What's black's threat? Yeah.
His bishop would take F2.
Bishop F2, check, and then I'll have to move my king, right? Also strong is checkmate, right? So if it's his turn, he'll scholar mate me, all right? So we got, yeah, I'd be so embarrassed. So we need to not only know when we're scholar mating people, we got to see, hey, he's going to scholar mate me. So, like if I go here?
No.
What if I let him go here?
Yeah.
Well, then I shake his hand, I say good game, and I go cry for a while because I had just lost.
No, it was white square. I got it.
Right, so I get a chance, I better block, right? So what do you guys think I would do here? Yeah? Knight F3, right? Developing pieces, the most natural square for the knight. All right, excellent. Okay, now he went here, and then I played a move none of you are considering, except the people that already saw the game. But you still know? People that already saw the game? Arjun, do you know? Bishop E2 is fine, and then I castle, and we play a normal game. But I'm a lot higher rated, so I wanted to do cool stuff and try to win quickly. So yeah, do you know? Bishop B5, check. And this is, I'm glad you said it, because I see a lot of my students do this, and then what tends to happen is, black will just attack my bishop, and then I got to move it again somewhere. And this might help black, because in the future he might play D5, and I've kind of helped him build his own center.
The knight will be blocked in.
The knight will be blocked in. There are some trade-offs, yeah, it does block the knight in. So it's, it's a little good, a little bad. What is it? Right, and do you know what square that is?
B4.
B4, a tricky move, right? So he's thinking, look, it must be my birthday. I get a free pawn. He's so excited. So he took it. All right, I'm down a pawn. All right, I know at least one guy sees my awesome move.
I see it.
Do you know? Why did I give up my pawn?
Knight
A knight? What knight should I move? Can you you got a board on your seat. You can look on your seat. D5. All right. Now I'm attacking a queen. And a bishop. And a pawn. Right. So, all right. So I'm feeling pretty good. All right, guys. All right, guys. Right. It must be my birthday. Look at all this good stuff. Right. So he can't move his queen anywhere that will protect his bishop. So he's going to lose his bishop. So he's going to do what's called a desperado. Who knows what a desperado is? You know?
He's gonna put bishop and take that pawn.
Right. This bishop is going to be out of the game. If he just moves his queen back, I take the bishop. Right. So he knows he's losing the bishop. So he does a desperado. He gives it away with check. So if you're going to lose your piece, you might as well get 2 pawns for the piece instead of just 1. All right. So now you guys know I'm attacking a queen and I'm attacking c7.
Wait, yeah.
But he only realized I'm attacking a queen. And so he played like the worst move possible. Right? And do you know what I played? C7? All right. And what is this called? Look at this. A king. A royal fork. All right. So he's in check. I'm doing pretty good now. I'm feeling pretty confident. All right. Now, I think everybody should know what move I played here. Okay. All right. Take the rook? I can take the rook and then I'll still win. But I want to win fast because he's a lot lower rated. So I'll take a queen, obviously. Okay. He gets to develop a piece. Fantastic. And now, people might notice that there's a weak pawn on this board for black. Who sees a really weak pawn? Arjun? Right, d6. Look, so if this bishop were off the board, the only thing that could protect is the king. The king could move to e7 and protect his pawn. Also, if it's black's turn, you know, he might develop a piece. And right now, I want to make sure he doesn't get to do what he wants to do. So I need to get the bishop out, and I need to prevent a knight from coming here.
Wait, he can go to e7.
Right. So let's see. What should I play? Yeah.
You should play
Bishop
bishop g5.
g5. Right. So now I'm attacking this pawn and preventing him from doing normal development. So he attacks me.
And you get a pawn.
What should I do? Should I retreat? This looks like a good square, right? What should I do? Do you know?
You should attack the pawn with your queen.
Right, because it's check. All right, fantastic. So now the king has to move, and he went here. All right, looks, I got a pretty good square to retreat to. Yeah?
Move your queen and attack the other pawn.
Oh, all right. Yeah, so I'm just eating up all of his central pawns. But now he says, all right, I got a fork.
Oh, no.
A big fork. Now, since you're the advanced class, I'm going to ask the question, should I do a desperado or should I just take this bishop? Let's see.
Take the bishop.
All right, some people say take the bishop. Who wants to do a desperado?
Take the bishop.
Desperado? Right, so I can go there. The trade-off is then he gets to develop a piece. So I'm up so much material here, I'm not really worried about getting another pawn. What I want to do is I want to get all my pieces out, and then I'll have more pieces than him, and I'll overwhelm him with all my pieces. So I just took the bishop. And now, since it's the advanced class, you know how important time is in chess. So now he has to waste time taking back. So now it's my turn, and I still have the initiative. Yes? Do you know what I did?
Rook d1.
Right, so this is the right idea. This is what I wanted to do. And the reason is I want to stop him from going here. And this rook stops him from going there because then I get to put my rook here. And now my rook is really good. And his king's going to have to move. Yeah. So that's what I wanted. But I decided to castle. So I get to choose. I know my rook's going here. And I get to choose. Do I want my king on e1 or c1? And now I'm thinking of like the worst possible thing that could ever happen to me if somehow he gets his pieces out and he gets a rook to the e file. He might be able to take this pawn. It's not going to happen, But just in case, I got my king over here where he's a little bit safer. All right, so now he can't really go here because I'll check him. You know what black's gonna do?
Yeah.
What's black gonna do?
Resign.
Probably resign.
That's a good move. I would resign too. But,
If
all
you
right.
put that card, you can move your queen to.
Right.
B3.
So let's see what he did. Now, I hope you guys would like develop pieces here. But that's not what he did. And now I have a really good move that ties up all of his pieces. Yeah?
Move the rook up to D8.
Rook to D8. Right.
You can't move
A very good move. Let's look, right? So he can't really move this knight because he'll lose a rook.
and he can't move the other knight.
Right.
He'll take.
I'll take the rook with check. I can take the knight, right? So none of his pieces can move. And I'm still getting all of my pieces to better squares. Also, I'm threatening to just take this knight. So he says, all right, the only way to protect is with the king. So yeah, not the best maneuver, right? So we're not getting your pieces out. You can get in a lot of trouble. So what do you guys think I should do here? Yeah, in the back.
I think that you should do G8.
I should do rook G8, queen G8, and then, oh, right. So what I want to do, if there's I can't really capture because it's protected enough. So I want to get more pieces out. So what should I do?
C4. Bishop C4.
Bishop C4. All right, good, right? And then I'm going to get all my pieces out. And I have more pieces, so if they all come out, I should have more pieces than you. Now, it's still very hard for him to move. He can't really continue his maneuvering because then I'll take here. And also he realizes if he does nothing, I'll still take here. So instead of doing that, he said, well, I better try going here.
Take the rook.
Right. And now, if I want, I can take the rook. But you'll notice my rook is doing a very good job. I don't know how to. How do I highlight? I need some
Control click?
control click. That's what I just did. Control right click. All right. All right. Doesn't matter.
Shift,
The
tab, something.
shift. Oh my goodness. All right. So you don't see how good my rook is. So this king doesn't have a lot of places to go. So I want to use my queen to attack all of these. And I'll be on the 7th rank, the 8th rank, and it's gonna be tough. So I got 3 moves. Should I go here?
No.
Why not?
Nine.
Oh, okay, right. Oh, what about here?
No.
Yes, yes.
No.
All right. So I went here. And, right? It's a good move. So now his king can't really go anywhere. So all he can do is block. All right, so some people see checkmate. All right, he's got 1 move. Take the rook. Checkmate. All right, fantastic. All right, let's see if we got any more good games. All right. All right, here's a game I played a while ago when I was new to scholar mating people. So this is a game I played against a fellow coworker. So we won't mention his name. But all right. So I went there. All right. So he defended his pawn. Right? Good first step. All right. So and then who thinks he went here and I won quickly? Right. No, right. Of course not. So he's pretty good. So he didn't let me do it. All right. I'll try again. All right. And he played the best move. He developed a piece. Now, I know from that other game that I shouldn't play this move. And I also know this knight kind of wants to go here. So in this position, I developed a knight. And now I'm deterring him from putting a knight on d4 because I'll take it. And then, All right. And it'll be a trade. Okay. Now in the game I played against the 600, he put his bishop out here, which breaks one of my rules. And I have a 1-door policy. If you move this pawn, then this bishop should come out this way. And if you move a g pawn, your bishop should come out here. because when my other opponent put his bishop out here, all the dark squares by his king side were really weak. And then bad things happened. But all right. But my opponent decided, all right, I'll keep my bishop kind of where he belongs. I played g6. I better put my bishop on g7. All right. All right. I prepare to get more pieces out. And he castles. All right. And there's a lot of good moves here. So I'll just develop more pieces. And he'll play here. Now, there's something you do kind of have to watch out for in this variation. And that is, this bishop usually does really good when he comes here. So I wanted to prevent that. So I played h3. All right. Now he said, all right, he notices this pawn. And he doesn't want to go here because I'll take him. So he went here. And now it's my turn to make a bad move. I wanted to just play here. But then I thought he would go here. And he wants to trade bishops and then take here. But if you put this on a computer, it says, all right, what's the problem? He can't trade bishops. But I didn't see that. So there's other bad moves I like to play. I like to play queen h5, which is a bad move. And there's another bad move I always play. And that's king d1. Right? So now I'm not going to castle, but I'm going to attack over here on the king side and pretend like my king belongs there. Who likes the move king d1? All right, we got one hand. All right, that's probably the appropriate number of hands, because, all right, it's not fantastic, but all right, it's not the end of the world. Let's see. So he played here, which, if my king's in the center, he should probably hurry up to open up some files in the center. But all right, he just developed. I attacked the knight, and the knight went back. All right, so now it's my turn. I got one more piece to get out, so I got it out over here. All right, h6. So I can retreat, or I can trade. I can ignore and lose a piece. Take the pawn. I can take a pawn. A lot of stuff. Trade. All right, so I didn't really want to trade my bishop for a knight, because as you get better, you realize bishops are a little bit better than knights. We're all told that it's 3-3, and in all the kids' tournaments, like, everybody loses all their pieces, so it doesn't really matter. But I wanted to keep my bishop. And also, now that I've induced this weakness, maybe somehow in the future I'll attack it with a queen or something. All right, so I didn't trade, and then he went here. So a bit slow. He went here and then here. All right. I went here. And I'm hoping for this move. Why? Yeah, why am I hoping for this move? Arjun? Right, a fork. Okay. So if he wants to take this, he'll have to take with a bishop, but he probably doesn't want to do that. All right. So he played here, and I assume he wants to play here and attack my bishop. So, all right, here comes my attack. Here it comes. All right. And so he played b5. Now, when people attack my stuff, the first question I ask is, how can I ignore it? Right? So I don't want to move my bishop. I want to say your threats aren't as good as mine. So I didn't move my bishop. I didn't move it. So I better make a threat that's at least as great as taking a piece. So what move do you guys think I played? In the back? Right. So this would work too, because it's check. So I thought about it. And then he would take back, and I can trade bishops. I thought about it. But again, like most of my opponents that I play this against, I was a lot higher rated, so I didn't really want to trade any pieces. Instead, I played g5. Also, with my king on d1, I kind of wanted to play for maximum confusion, because, my king is here. All right. So he took my bishop, which is OK. And I took his knight. All right. And he played here. And then should I take a bishop or a pawn? Bishop. and he'll take here with check.
And then take his,
And then something will take.
No, queen. Castle.
I can castle? Castle kingside? No, I'm on the D file, so that's not how castling works. All right, instead, I took here because I want you to have your next move to be, moving this bishop somewhere. So, sure that happened. All right, so this happened, I took back, and now he surprised me.
surprise! So it is your birthday.
I guess so. I guess it is, because that bishop is still hanging. All right, thank you. And then he surprised me again. Like, it looks like I'm going to take this rook with check, because I am. And so he surprised me again. I guess he's saying, you're attacking my rook, I'm attacking yours. So, what do you think I did? Take the rook?
Yeah.
All right, and now I have to make a difficult choice here. Queen? All right, I made a queen. You can make a rook too. All right. Right, so he took. So now I'm up like a lot of pieces. What happened? Okay, so his threat is to take my rook. So obviously, I'm not going to move my rook. That's my style. If he's attacking something, I'm going to say, how can I do anything but move my rook? So what do you think I played? How do I make a threat that's greater or equal to him taking my rook? And that's a pretty big threat. So let's see. Yeah, in the middle? Yeah, in the red? Knight 7. I take here? All right. Check. And then I'm like, oh, I lost my rook. All right. I moved this knight, but I went to this square, which is check. Okay. So he moved. And now I can't really find anything better. I was trying to like make crazy stuff work, but all right, let's just save our rook, all right? All right, so now I guess this was his big point, was he got to check in.
No.
All right. But now, all right, my king will be safer over here, so just keep checking me over here. All right. In comes a knight. Right, he's attacking my queen. Right. Now taking it is too obvious. All right. So I actually played this move. Uh-oh. All right, everyone's like, oh, he's like, all right. He's like, all right, I accept. And what was my point?
Oh.
Do you know?
Yeah. G1.
Rook G1. That's what I played. And he went here. And now, my queen's attacked. Knight takes knight?
No.
Knight takes knight? All right, you guys don't like my move. All right, that's what I did.
No, bishop.
Bishop? Why? All right, if you're going to say bishop, tell me why.
Because the bishop's a little greater than the knight.
Right. Actually, I wanted to use this bishop because somehow if I want to mate him, I'm going to need my queen up here, and I might need to take this pawn with check. So I took with the knight, and then when he took back, all right, so I'm doing good. My rook's here. I got the G file. Somehow I want to checkmate. Let's see.
You have to take the rook.
Take the rook if you're black.
Take the black rook.
I have to take this rook?
Yeah.
Right. I do want this rook gone because then it's easy. I take on F7. But that's going to be hard because this guy's not going to go anywhere. And if he does, then I'm going to lose my rook on the C file. So but I need a nice forceful move. Who sees a good move? Arjun? Right. See, you almost had the whole game, right? Check, check, and now the move you missed was he resigned. So good calculation, right? Obviously, if king h7, then queen g7 is checkmate. All right, very, very good. You saw the whole thing. All right, so now when you guys go to another kids tournament, I hope you're the one that's scholar mating everybody, and I hope you never get scholars mated. So we're going to practice now, and I want to see a lot of scholar mates on all these boards. All right, thanks, guys.